Hey everybody, Will Fix here. Got another video for you today. Let's take a look at XRP. It's at 274, and as you can see here on the chart, man, if you were able to, you picked some up at $1.94 or $1.95, right at it. Now I was able to get some at $2.13. I also got some at $2.31, I think it was. So it was somewhere in here, I suppose. And added to my bag, quite another sizable bag. And then now, man, we're at $2.75. Look at that, $2.75. Looks like we're going to recover pretty quickly. So that's fun to look at. All right, let's look at something else. And if you're trading with crypto trading fund, look at this dip here. You got down to 72.5 cents, and now we're at 90 cents. That's pretty good spread, but we'll see some more from there. Anything under $1, I feel like, is a good something to buy on this particular token for swing trading. So that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at a little bit more. Now, if you look at this chart, this is comparing crypto trading fund with XRP, and you can see it tends to follow it. The CTF is in blue, and XRP is in the orange, and you can see how it follows it pretty closely. So ultimately, it's down when it's down, it's up as it goes up. So something to think about when we have clarity, regulatory clarity with XRP, and the end of the lawsuit, you can pretty much figure that crypto trading fund is going to respond along with XRP. When it does, it could respond greater than XRP because of the tokenomics. The tokenomics lend itself well with this particular token. Something to take a look at on here is its all-time high is $2.41. It's a pretty good all-time high. The other thing to notice here is the circulating supply is 120 million tokens is all there is. So compared to 100 billion, you can see if it was a percentage move, if the same percentage move of money went into this asset as did XRP, then you're going to have a more significant bull run for CTF. Where do you pick up CTF? You can get it on the Polygon network. There's a link in my description that I give people the address to it because I'm always asked whenever I cover this. But this is an awesome swing trade for you. It's a great token to hang on to just generally anyway because they have so much activity going on. And they do have a reward system that we've talked about in other times that I've covered this token. But anyway, check it out. Do your own research and see what you think. If you use my link in the description, you can save money on a decent wallet. Look at this. If you buy a single, it's $109. That's $50 off. On the bottom right, see there it says Will Fix's exclusive discount page. That's how we get the discount. Look over here. If you buy two, that's $129 off using my links. Go ahead and get those. I want to show you something about the Ledger wallet real quick. Here's their site. Now check this out. They have a site for known issues. And look at that. I wonder why Decent Wallet doesn't have a whole page dedicated to known issues. They also are convoluted in some of the wallet creation files. You have to create files to put coins in. You can't just transfer certain coins straight in. You don't have to do that with the Decent Wallet. You can just send the coin right in. Go ahead and pick you one up. Use the link in the description. So talking about market manipulation, you hear that term a lot, and I wonder if all of us understand the same thing about it. One person hears, and picture some devil somewhere just with an evil scheme dumping tons of tokens just to try to cause people to cash out their XRP. and other people picture maybe someone in a suit dumping a whole bunch of coin, to buy at a lower price. And, so there's all kinds of things that come to mind is my point. And what comes to your mind when you think of market manipulation? Put it in the comments. I'd like to see. And hit a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. By the way, that thumbs up, that's really important. Y'all know what it does, but I would ask you, hey, go ahead and hit that for me. Just get over there and tap on that thing real fast. And I would appreciate it. It really affects the way it gets distributed, and it affects the views. And I appreciate anything that you do for me. I'm grateful. All right, so market manipulation. So this is the biggest sell-off that crypto's ever seen, I do believe. I don't know if the Sam Bankman-Fried was bigger. To tell you the truth, I didn't go measure it. But in listening to different people, everybody's assessing that this is the biggest one that there's been. And so a black swan event. A black swan for some, a white swan for others. Now, there's a lot of things that I think this sell-off could affect. And we're already recovering. We're at 271, which is a fast recovery, isn't it? From down here, from what is that? $2. Let's call it 195. From 195 up to 271. It's a pretty good kick in the pants right there. Now, any of y'all bought? By the way, if you bought more while it was down, not a thumbs up. Let's see. In the comments, just put bought more. And I'd like to see everybody that bought more. I did buy more. I bought a couple thousand XRP at a variety of places. So, but my best was down around $2.13. So I'm claiming that as my best. I'm claiming that as my best this run. Most of my bag I bought at 37 cents, and I got a bunch of it at that price. So I'm grateful, very grateful. This has been a huge increase for me in my XRP holdings for sure. But so this is a black swan for some and a white swan for others. So every one of y'all that bought down here or anywhere below the green right now, that was a white swan for you, wasn't it? Now, any of you that sold down here and now you're buying up here, well, that was a black swan. And I've done it before. I have FOMO'd out and FOMO'd in, right? Fear of missing out by, thinking I'm going to miss out on all my money. Just pure fear. And then buy back in thinking, man, this is the best it's going to get. And, swing trading on crypto is a difficult task. It's a high-speed race, this particular idea. But, so what's going on with manipulation? How is it manipulated? Is it all an evil scheme? No, everybody's trying to make money. So I don't think it's a big evil scheme. I don't think it's any kind of a conspiracy. I just think there could be whales sitting around waiting for an event to cause a sell-off so that they can move the market, and hopefully what their hope would be is that others would jump in. When that happens, they're sitting there with a bag of money and they're going to buy in at a lower rate, or they just set up some limit orders. And there's a lot of people that keep dry powder on the side and set up limit orders in case this kind of thing happens when they're not looking. And, just buy in at a better rate, anything lower than what their average is, so that they're always DCAing and getting a little more. So for some of you, this was a black swan event. For some of you, this was a white swan event. Well, there's other effects, too, that this can have, and I touched on it in yesterday's video. And what I'm talking about is these utility coins, now everything moved. Bitcoin moved down, everything moved down, right? Everything dropped. However, I want to talk a second again, like I talked yesterday, about the possibility that the utility coin run that's getting ready to happen due to the lawsuit going away, because the lawsuit's going to affect who? XRP, right? It's not going to affect the whole market. Now, when that lawsuit is clear, the movement of XRP is going to move a lot of coins, mostly utility coins that care about the regulations, banking regulations. Meme coins don't care about regulations. They're already in a good spot, right? Bitcoin doesn't care about regulations. However, Bitcoin will probably come up when the utility run comes from that piece of news, from the clarity from the lawsuit being over and regulations being passed. Those two items are going to be very bullish for utility. Here's my question. I believe the utility run is going to disrupt some of these other bull runs, because typically we wait on Bitcoin to hit its high. When it's backing off, people start selling, jumping into meme coins, and meme coins take off and have a bull run. And we've had every 4-year cycles kind of done that same image, and we use the past to say this is probably what's going to happen. But what hasn't happened in the past is utility coins getting clarity. We haven't ever had that. So that happening right in the middle of when we're looking for a bull run, I just suspect that that's going to be a black swan event for Bitcoin and meme coin run. I don't think we'll get out of it what we would have gotten out of it had utilities just, still linger for, say, Biden won. We had another 4 years, right? I think if that would have happened, Bitcoin and meme coins would have had a much better run. But this disruption of the utility coins, I think, is going to partially take over. I think that XRP is going to move so fast and so violently that all the attention, all the heads are going to turn and look. For some reason, people can only see one way or another. It's either they can see Bitcoin or they can see meme coins. Now we got utility coins. And so when they're looking at one, it's like they can't see the others. So you get a little bleed over, but this type of thing on market manipulation, too, I also want to talk about when it's going good, sometimes people call that market manipulation. Well, actual money has to transpire. I was looking at, we've talked about market cap, until we're blue in the face, right? We've talked about it until nauseum. And I was watching Zach Rector, and he was talking about, he calls it that there's a multiplier, and it's a reverse figure, a little algebra equation. If this much money came out and it moved market cap by this much, and another time, this much money went in and it moved market cap by this much, and it varies, so sometimes it's different than the other. He was talking about proof of manipulation, and there was one thing that I think he probably knows but he didn't cover, and that is why. Why is it that when there's a sell-off, what does it tell you when the sell-off has a higher multiplier? In other words, the market cap was moved more when this much money came out, and the market cap moved this much, and the other time that much money came out, it only moved the market this much. What does that tell you? Do you know? Well, I'll tell you what it tells me. What it tells me is there were more people taking profit. In other words, they were actually earning profit because they bought in at one rate and they sold at another rate. When you're selling at a higher rate than what you bought in, that's going to cause the multiplier to be greater because you took more money out than you ever put in. So that's going to increase the amount of market cap movement that happened. So in other words, you buy in for 1,000, you affected market cap X amount. If you sell for 5,000, you've dropped market cap X amount, right? There's a difference in how much money is being held by XRP on how much is coming out, how much is going in. That affects what he calls the multiplier. And You know, so that was kind of a low volume sell-off that we saw. Look at here so look at this. This is the volume. There's not a giant spike of volume here. It rose some. See that on the bottom there? It rose some. But look here, as it was recovering, more volume. And look at here, way more volume up here. So we had a lot of money, a lot of volume coming in and recovering. This is a very strong asset. I'm not concerned about manipulation really so much. I'm not concerned about it. The fundamentals of this project are what you're invested in. It wasn't your time to sell. If you sold, you know, that's fine. But the way I look at it, this wasn't my time to sell. This is not what I'm looking for. This is what I'm passing through. I passed through all of this. I did buy some more, but where I'm going is more than double this. In fact, I'm probably not going to make any moves until it's, you know, once it hits $11, it's going to be, you know, well over $1 million for me. So probably then is when I would sell just a tiny piece, or probably I probably won't sell any. I don't need the money right now, so I probably won't sell any. And just what are you going to do with yours? You're going to sell? Some of you are going to sell. If yours hit $1 million, let's do this. If your bag hit $1 million, are you going to sell? So put in the comments, hits $1 million, I'm selling. And if you're going to hold, no matter what, just type in the word hold. It'll be interesting to see. Hey, if you like this kind of content, I know it wasn't real meaty today, but I did want to talk about market manipulation a little bit, black swan event, white swan event. But please like and subscribe. I hope you'll tune in to the next video, and I'll see you next video.